Best dogs for zombie apocalypse tier list. We rate them based on few factors, which are
Power, climate adaptability, trainability, versatility, like hunting, guarding, or herding. Health, because you can't get them to vets for curing diseases, agility, aggression, and loyalty. But I'm not going to consider their food consumption, assuming you can source enough dog food. Just keep that in mind that bigger dogs need more.
starting with my favorite breeds. Doberman. Always the zombie dogs in Resident Evil series. They're great dogs, smart, strong, and bred for serious scenarios, but they're not healthy, and there are no vets in the apocalypse. They're tragically fragile, with genetic time bombs like dilated cardiomyopathy taking inside many bloodlines that can cause sudden deaths. C tier. Don't forget, I'm not a canine behaviorist or a breeder or a dog trainer. If you want to get a dog for zombie apocalypse, this video can help, but ask professionals before you buy a puppy to see which is better for your situation. Labrador Retrievers. This is not a breed for hunting zombies, but they can have other benefits for you. While not strong enough for fighting zombies or human-sized targets, their incredible sense of smell can help you find animals to hunt, fruits and berries to scavenge, and track people if needed. They are so incredible at this job that Vladimir Putin trusted one for detecting poisons in his food. B tier, because they are not strong enough. Okay, I know pretty much all dogs can be good if they're from a working line and trained well, but physical and genetic traits are nothing to sleep on. German Shepherds. If you think Germans are only good at making cars, you are wrong. German Shepherds are jack of all trades. Is there any stronger dogs? Yes. More agile? Yes. More intelligent? Yes. But German Shepherds are balanced in all aspects. They're athletic, smart, strong, and unlike other elite breeds, they don't need a super experienced owners. Solid S tier. Siberian Husky. They're beautiful, but if you choose your dog solely on the looks, you're an idiot. They're strong, but too friendly, intelligent, but stubborn and independent, making them hard to train. Also, they're very prey-driven and will chase anything, even if you are in a situation where you need to be stealthy. They're not the best fighters. Sure, if well-trained, they will protect their owners, but you can't expect much. They're also very vulnerable to heat and prefer cold weather. The bottom line is, if you live in somewhere cold, they can be good options. F tier, unless you live in somewhere cold. Black Russian Terrier. Strong and muscular dogs weighing from 80 to 130 pounds or more than 50 kilograms. Very smart, trainable, loyal and protective. Also high stamina and endurance. The problem? They need lots of maintenance and regular grooming, have some health issues, and require an experienced handler with a strong leadership. A tier. Irish Wolfhound and Scottish Deerhound, the gentle giants. They were some of the most badass dog breeds in the 1600s, but after years of selective breeding, they both got pussified. They are now calm dogs. They lost their aggression and warrior mindset. You cannot expect them to fight zombies. D tier. Cane Corso, another ancient dog. But this one didn't get pussified. They were bred for wars and guarding in ancient Rome. They're majestic beasts, alert 24/7 due to their natural guardian instinct. Fearless, extremely loyal, calm, and weather versatile. They also have one of the strongest bite forces among dog breeds with around 700 psi of pressure, enough to crush bones and skulls. Problems? Not beginner friendly. If not well trained or socialized, they can be very destructive, need lots of maintenance, and prone to some diseases. A tier. Dalmatians. Very energetic and lovely breed, good at chasing prey due to their athletic build and agility, can be trained to protect you, but they're not instinctive guardians. They are more friendly dogs. Any other problems? Poor health with genetic problems like hearing issues, and poor adaptability to harsh weather. F tier. Irish Terrier. Very courageous, intelligent, and healthy. Deeply attached to their owners, very prey-driven, can help find small games to hunt. Problems? They're not powerhouses. They can't overpower adult humans or do well in a prolonged fight. They are more of a distraction, so you can finish off the zombie. C tier. Australian Cattle Dog. Fantastic stamina, agility, intelligence, health, toughness, and weather versatility. They could be S tier if they were more powerful. They will bravely attack any threats and bite the hell out of it, but it's better to get something stronger for zombies. Low A tier. Dogo Argentino, a powerhouse, extreme strength, pain tolerance, and fearlessness. Originally bred for hunting boars and pumas. Drawbacks: health issues like hearing problems, hostile to other dogs, dangerous if poorly trained, and absolutely not beginner friendly. Low B tier. Next dog used by Navy SEALs and Delta Forces. But before that, hit that subscribe button if you like dogs. Belgian Malinois. One of the best dog breeds out there. Good at everything except maybe herding and guarding alone. That's why special forces around the world use them. Downside: need lots of activities or they will mentally break down. Need professional handler with a strong leadership. Not tolerant to harsh weather. Otherwise, strong fighters with a fantastic sense of smell. Low S tier. Rottweiler, powerful fighters, loyal defenders, and climate versatile except in extreme cold. Very trainable with a versatile background like cart pulling, herding, guarding, and protection. Problems? Needs constant training. Can become dangerously dominant if poorly trained. Health issues like hip and heart problems. A tier. American Pit Bull Terrier. If you get a working line breed, they can be pretty good. Strong, muscular, high endurance, agile, perfect for tackling threats, very loyal and intelligent. Drawbacks: not very healthy, can be aggressive without proper socialization, and very bad reputation. I mean, the only thing that neutralizes more children than the Pit Bulls are the Zionists. B tier. Dutch Shepherd. Similar to Belgian Malinois. Differences: healthier and more stable, so they don't need that crazy level of activity. Needs more grooming, like brushing and trimming, more expensive and rare, and it still needs experienced owners. Sometimes overprotective and bites first, thinks later. S tier. Rhodesian Ridgeback. An African dog bred to hunt lions. Fantastic hunters with strength, bravery, and stamina, but not natural guard dogs. Their protectiveness is unpredictable and can't tolerate cold weather. A tier if you're in a warm environment. Fun fact: Ridgebacks were bred not to fight lions, but to corner and distract them until hunters arrive. Cherry Blue Terrier. Fearless and trainable, highly protective, compact but tough. Problems: not strong enough to neutralize human-sized threats. Can be stubborn, needs maintenance and grooming, moderate sense tracking ability. Low B tier. If your dog is not on this list, comment its breed and I'll tell you how good they are for a zombie apocalypse. Caucasian Shepherd. This is not a pet, it's a bear that learned to be loyal. Extremely physically capable, one of the strongest dog breeds. Weighing 110 to 220 pounds or 50 to 100 kilograms. They will crush any threats. Fearless guardians bred to defend livestock from wolves, bears, and human thieves. Thick coat protects against scratches and bites, but bad for hot environments. Needs grooming, independent, and hard to control. And if you don't seem strong enough to them, they won't give a stuka about you. If improperly trained, they can be dangerous even for the owner. Low A tier. Central Asian Shepherds. Similar to Caucasian Shepherds, but smaller, with max weight of 80 kg or 175 pounds. While being lighter than Caucasian Shepherds, they have their own perks, like less grooming needed, tolerates heat a bit better, being extremely self-sufficient. They can survive if you get separated for days. They are naturally good at finding water, very territorial, and will patrol naturally without needing any reminders. They also need little to no training for guarding and danger detection. Problems? Very hard to train and handle, almost like a Caucasian Shepherd. They need a strong owner with authority or they will ignore you. They also will disobey if they think you're making a bad call. Low S tier. Kangal. Similar to previous dogs, extremely powerful and fearless, with great guarding instinct, territorial, excellent endurance, highly intelligent and independent, but stubborn, loyal to core group, and can distinguish friends from foe reliably, more tolerant to heat than Caucasian Shepherds, but still not good for environments with temperature level of 35 Celsius or 90 degrees Fahrenheit. As I said, they are smart but stubborn and need very experienced owners. Also, they are not suitable for closed spaces. They prefer open areas like rural spaces and mountains. S tier if you're in a suitable place. Now if you ask me which one is the best dog for the zombie apocalypse, if you're a normal person, a well-trained from a working breed German Shepherd. If you're experienced, then any of the S tier options. Thanks for watching.